Good morning, great Americans. It's another great American video from the bunker in Kentucky. Well, I just got through making a video yesterday. I think this may be the first time ever that I've made two videos 2 days in a row. But I had to make a follow-up to yesterday's video because I was so disappointed yesterday. First of all, I'm going to include a link to yesterday's video because you got to watch this. It's all about we're in a war, and Trump's victory, presidential victory, is just the first battle in a long-term war, and we have to keep fighting and fighting and fighting because Trump is he is cleaning house. He's draining the swamp. He's exposing the corruption. He is like Dr. House in that TV show House. He's like the only doctor. He's kind of an asshole, right? But he's the only doctor who knows how to cure the patients that have the really bad diseases. If you've ever watched the TV show House, Trump is coming in, and America is like a dying patient on its deathbed. And Trump is coming in. He's working feverishly, man. He's fixing this and patching that and sewing up this and operating on that, and he's doing everything he can, and he's got great people by his side that are helping him. And we're in a war, man, and that's what the last video is about. The last video is also about the fact that the forces of evil, the left, are going to come out and try and do everything they can to stop it. So please watch my video yesterday. And now, starting now, I'm going to continue on from that video because I woke up this morning, and this is the reason I'm making this video. I saw an article in Breitbart. I'm just so disappointed. So disappointed, but somewhat not surprised. Here's the article title. Establishment GOP Rep Celeste Maloy unleashes on Trump, falsely claims executive branch needs to be brought under control. This woman, Celeste Maloy, you're a pathetic idiot. What a weak, pathetic idiot. First of all, are you too stupid to understand that all of these agitators and Marxists and paid robots at your town hall meeting are just that? They're paid agitators. This is the tactic of the left. They're going to come out, and they did this before. This is not the first time, especially during the Gulf War under Bush. They were out in droves disrupting town hall meetings, man. This is what they do. They're like Marxists and Nazis. They cannot win on the issues. They cannot stand the fact that Trump is exposing them. So they've done what Nazis do. They've got their little brown shirts together, and they're going out to town hall. They're disrupting town hall meetings. They're destroying Tesla cars. Those are private people who own cars. All you're doing is hurting people. Those people need to be arrested. But then this idiot, stupid idiot, Celeste Maloy, is weak now, getting wobbly and weak-kneed because of a couple people who are complaining, and now she's turning against Trump. We don't need people like Celeste Maloy. We don't need people like Susan Collins. We don't need people like Murkowski. All these weak, wobbly, pussy, fuck. This is a war, man. It's like having in peace, like in the military, in peacetime, you can afford to have some goobers and weirdos in the ranks, who sign up for the military, and maybe they don't become soldiers. They become like x-ray technicians at the hospital or something goofy, right? But when war starts, you can't have one of these pussy tranny freaks in the trenches with you. You need fighting men, right? Fighters, warriors who will not get scared and who will not give up. and who will fight and move forward in the face of the enemy. That's what we need now. This woman, Celeste Maloy, is an idiot. Do not waver. Propaganda and fake news is an insidious, I can't explain how insidious that weapon is. And you may think that you're impervious to it. You may think that you have your guards up and I know the difference between propaganda and fake news and real news. You may think so, but it can get to you. These people are devious. And you know what? And so some people, these weak RINO politicians who are scared more about being reelected than they are about doing the right thing, they see these agitators at the town halls. They see the Teslas blowing up. They listen to the fake news, and then all of a sudden they get wobbly meat and they start to turn. Let me tell you something. You know, why do Americans do this all the time, and it is so fucking aggravating. People who don't have the balls to stay the course. You know, I'm reminded of the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson. It's a very good movie. Maybe some of you have seen The Patriot with Mel Gibson, right? And he's fighting in the Revolutionary War. He's doing a great job. Things are going, and then things start turning a little sour. But then his son gets killed, right? Because his son is fighting with him, right? And he loses his son, and that's a terrible thing, of course. But he loses his son, and then he was about to toss in the towel. He goes, "I give up. I'm done." And the commanding officer tells him, "Stay the course. Stay the course." Okay. And sure enough, long story short, at the end of the movie, obviously we win. He wins. He's decisive in the battle, and he carries the flag forward, and we win. Now that may be just a Hollywood movie, but it's also a truism, right? When the cause is righteous, and we are doing the right thing, and Trump is doing the right thing. He's exposing corruption. He's cleaning up the mess. He's fixing what Biden broke. He's already fixed the border for all intents. It's been in 4 months. He fixed the border and proved that Biden was a liar. Look at you talking about people are destroying Teslas. Elon Musk just rescued 4 astronauts. If we were living in any other time, Elon Musk would have gotten a ticker tape parade down in New York City. In any other generation, if this were the 60s or the 70s or something like that, Elon Musk would have gotten a ticker tape parade in New York City. There was a 1970s movie about something like this happening. It was called Marooned. Look it up, Marooned. 1969. Marooned. It's about astronauts who get stranded in space. They try to launch a rescue vehicle, NASA, and it fails, of course. NASA fails, and then at the very end of the movie, there happens to be a Russian close by, and he's able to dock with the ship, and there was only like a couple of guys left alive because they were running out of oxygen, but he gets them and he saves a couple of them. But that's the stuff of Hollywood movies, and Elon saves them. Where's his laurels? Where's his praise? They're blowing up his fact. I'm telling you, the Democrats are the enemy of this country. They are the enemy of everything. They are now nothing but pure fucking evil. And no, Representative Celeste Maloy, Trump is not abusing power. He is not. These are all lies from the fake news media. He is not an authoritarian. He is not abusing power. He's not doing anything wrong. It was the Biden administration that broke the law, and Trump is just trying to fix it. What the fuck is wrong with you? Listen, listen, you see this guy behind me? You see this guy? You see that guy? I got a question for Representative Celeste Maloy. If you had gotten shot like that, would you have carried on in the face of all opposition like Trump did? I don't think so. I think your sorry fat lard ass would have cried and moaned and probably dropped out. I don't want to put my family through this. Because you're more concerned about yourself than you are about the country. This man is fighting for America. You need to stay the fuck out of his way. You know what you should do, Representative Celeste Maloy? Just vote along with Trump's things, and then after that, just shut your fucking pie hole. And if you're too much of a pussy to withstand paid agitators at a town hall, then don't have a fucking town hall. All right? Just pull your head out of your fucking ass. Okay, this is all expected. Trump winning, intelligent people knew what was going to happen after Trump won. The paid Soros robots and socialists and quasi-Marxists and baby killers and trannies and freaks and every piece of shit on the left and in the Democrat Party was going to come out and do everything and anything they can to destroy, terrorize, lie, disrupt, resist, and everything. And you, Representative Celeste Maloy, and the idiots like you, like Murkowski and all that shit, you're nothing. You're pieces of shit. You're pieces of shit. You are standing in the way of a historic golden age and a restoration of the American dream, and you're just standing in the way because you're pussies and idiots who are bowing down to fake news and paid agitators, and you're more concerned about your personal election and your little piece of your little molehill that you think you're the king of. You're more concerned with that than actually restoring America, which is what Trump is trying to do. And you people like you really piss me off, man. So, I said in the last video and I say it again. Trump's victory is the beginning of the war, the Civil War, which is going to be fought in a different sort of way than the last Civil War. But the players are the same. The Democrats are the enemy. The Democrats were the slaveholders in the last war, and Democrats are the fascists and Marxists in this Civil War. Nothing's changed. They don't change. Those fuckers don't change. Democrats have always used fear and intimidation. That's why they invented the KKK after the last war, and that's why they're out blowing up Teslas in this war. Because it's all they know. They have no issues to run on. What else can they do but terrorize and intimidate and lie? Those are the only things you got when you got no issues. Okay? So wise up and pull your head out of your ass. I'm going to make one last comparison here. The Gulf War, and maybe the Vietnam War too. I don't know, Gulf War. Trump, okay, not Trump, George W. Bush, look, the Twin Towers come down. America is rightfully angry. Bush goes in. When Bush goes in to fight, he goes in with overwhelming majority support of the United States and the Congress, right? But all it took was a little time for the fake news and the liars and the left to do their demons' work in the media, and they start lying and agitating and they start chipping away. And sure enough, one by one, weak, wobbly pussies start getting all wobbly and changing their mind. And then in a matter of several years, it went from overwhelming support for the war to Bush is a war criminal and we should put him under arrest. And it's the same shit. When are you people going to wake the fuck up and learn how the left operates? Remember, this is Bush. They treat Trump pretty bad, but they treated Bush not quite as bad, but pretty bad too. He's a what they were calling him, a war criminal and a Nazi, and we should place him under arrest and send him to the Hague for war crimes. He started out with like massive approval, personal approval, and approval to go into the war and everything. And then by the time, after a few years of fake news and propaganda and left wing propaganda chipping away at him, then he was a war hero. I mean, then he was a war criminal, a Nazi. He needs to be locked up. You see how they do? Wise up and think. Think. Stay the course. Do not listen to these fuckers. Do not listen to the agitators at the town hall. How could you be smart enough to become a congressman and be stupid enough to not understand that this was all expected? This was all expected. Okay? You, Congress people, and everybody else, stand with Trump. Let Trump be Trump. Trump is fixing things. You elected him to fix things. Now he's doing it, and you need to just fucking stay the fucking course. God damn. God damn. Fucking people are some people are so weak and pussified and wussified that it just really fucking pisses me off, man. It really does. If you're too much of a pussy to stand with Trump, then just shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of the way and we'll fix the problems. All right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to drop so many F-bombs, but fuck. I mean, it's just it's so maddening. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to that story that set me off. I'm going to put a link to the story in the description of the video, and I highly recommend that people go to Celeste Maloy's Facebook page and Twitter and just rip into her, man. Let her have it. The same for Murkowski, too. Fuck that bitch. Old seahorse hag. Elon Musk is just like light years above her in every way. She's just another rhino establishment swamp rat who's more concerned about her own personal little money and her little government, apartment in Georgetown or whatever the fuck she is. She's more concerned about that shit than she is about helping America. So we don't need Republicans like that in our party. So anyway, click the links that I put into the description of the video. Please subscribe to the Substack page, which we no longer have a website. We decided to use a Substack page, and please like and share this video. I'd appreciate it. Forget the F-bombs. Just like and share the video. Okay. And I will see you guys in the next great American video. Adios, muchachos.